Ever walked into a steakhouse, looked at the menu, and thought, why on earth is this ribeye $65? Well, here is the juicy secret restaurant's Dante want you to know. You can enjoy the same flavor, same tenderness, and the same mouth-watering experience for a fraction of the price, right at home. Today on EatFrame, we're breaking down the truth about cheap steaks, how they taste just as good, why they're overlooked, and how to cook them perfectly every single time. If you enjoy saving money on food, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next EatFrame guide. All right, let's fire up the grill and dive in. Why are some steaks so expensive while others are surprisingly cheap? It all comes down to supply, tenderness, and marketing. Those luxury cuts, filet mignon, ribeye, New York strip, come from the tender parts of the cow, the muscles that barely move. They're soft as butter, but here's the catch. Those parts make up less than 10% of the animal. That's why they cost so much. The other 90%? That's where the real flavor hides. The hard-working muscles with deep marbling and a beefy taste. They're not fancy, but they pack an incredible punch of flavor if you know how to treat them. And the best part? These cuts often cost under $10 a pound at your local grocery store or Costco. Now let's meet the underdogs, the budget steaks that can rival a steakhouse dinner. First up, the chuck eye, also known as the poor man's ribeye. This one sits right next to the ribeye on the cow. Same flavor neighborhood, different price tag. It's got beautiful marbling, a rich beef flavor, and costs about 1/3 of what a ribeye does. Pro tip, buy it thick, season generously with salt and black pepper, and sear it hot and fast. You'll get that steakhouse crust with a juicy pink center. It's honestly my go-to when I want that ribeye vibe without the ribeye bill. Next, the flat iron steak, or filet's little brother. Cut from the shoulder, this beauty is the second most tender muscle in the entire cow. Flat iron has that perfect balance. Soft like filet mignon, but with more marbling and flavor. It's great for grilling, stir-frying, or slicing for steak sandwiches. Try marinating it in soy sauce, garlic, and a touch of brown sugar. It soaks up flavors beautifully. And remember, always slice it against the grain. That's the secret to tenderness. Let's talk about the hanger steak, the butcher's secret. Old-school butchers used to keep this one for themselves. That's how good it is. It hangs from the diaphragm, so it's naturally tender and juicy, with a flavor that rivals filet mignon. Restaurants often charge top dollar for hanger steak now, but you can still find it cheap at butcher shops. Just grill it medium rare and slice it thin. Pair it with fries, and you've got your own Paris-style steak frites dinner. Moving on to skirt steak. Big flavor for little money. Used for fajitas and carne asada, this cut is all about flavor. It's thin, cooks fast, and absolutely loves a good marinade. Mix lime juice, orange juice, garlic, and olive oil. Let it sit for 30 minutes, then grill it hot for 2 minutes per side. Slice across the grain and boom, juicy, tangy, smoky steak that'll make you forget restaurant prices. Taco Tuesday just got an upgrade. Then there's flank steak. Lean, mean, and full of flavor. A little thicker than skirt steak, flank is lean but loaded with that deep, beefy taste. Perfect for London broil or steak salads. Keep it medium rare, rest it for a few minutes, and slice it thin. It's simple, healthy, and tastes amazing. Finally, the shoulder tender, a true hidden gem. Ever heard of Teres Major? Most people haven't, and that's why it's cheap. This little log-shaped steak is like a mini tenderloin. It's surprisingly soft and perfect for grilling whole. Rub it with garlic, salt, and olive oil. Grill it to medium rare, and you'll swear you're eating a filet mignon. For extra flavor, wrap it in bacon. Thank me later. All right, now you know the cuts. But how do we make them as tender as steakhouse meat? Here are 5 pro secrets restaurants use, and now you can too. First, marinade magic. Acids like lemon, lime, vinegar, or even yogurt help break down muscle fibers. Add soy sauce for salt and flavor, and you've got a tenderizer that works wonders overnight. Just don't overdo it. More than 24 hours in acid can make your steak mushy. Second, the meat mallet method. Pound it gently on both sides to break up the tough fibers. That's how cube steak is made and why it's easy to chew. A few taps with a mallet equals a steak that melts in your mouth. Third, a baking soda brine. Mix 1 teaspoon of baking soda in a cup of water. Soak your steak for 15 minutes. Rinse, dry, and cook. It changes the meat's pH, making it naturally tender. Crazy simple, totally effective. Fourth, cook it right. Cheap steaks shine at medium rare, around 130 degrees Fahrenheit. Too rare, and they're chewy. Too well done, and they're dry. Get yourself a digital thermometer. It's a small investment that saves a great steak. And fifth, rest and slice. After cooking, let it rest for 5 minutes. Then slice it against the grain. That's the magic move that separates tough from tender. Here's what restaurants don't tell you. Even they use cheap cuts. They just disguise them. That $35 bistro steak or steak frites, often a hanger or flat iron. That $25 fajita platter, probably skirt steak. They tenderize, marinate, slice it right, and boom, profit margin magic. But you can do the same at home and keep your money where it belongs, in your wallet. So here's the takeaway. A great steak doesn't need to cost a fortune. With the right cut, a little patience, and a few insider tricks, you can make a 5-star steak dinner for under $10. Next time you're at the grocery store, skip the filet. Grab a chuck eye, a flat iron, or a skirt steak instead. You'll save big and impress anyone at the table. If you enjoyed learning how to save money on steak, hit that subscribe button and join us here on EatFrame. We've got more guides coming your way on how to eat smarter, cook better, and keep more cash in your pocket. Until next time, keep that grill hot, your seasoning simple, and your appetite big. Bon appétit!